So the Sea Org that you were talking about, the history behind it is that L. Ron Hubbard was evading his taxes, and as he was trying to get, the status of a nonprofit church, he didn't pay any taxes. He was wanted by the feds, and so in order to get away from that, he bought some ships. And was the captain of these ships. The Commodore is what they call him.
Oh, yep.
And this was a way for him to get away from paying all of these taxes and stuff.
Because he's out in the sea.
And he's out in the sea. And so he called the organization that was out there supporting him the Sea Org.
Yep.
That's where they originally started.
And he looked at he had the whole uniform
yes,
set
he
up.
Did.
It's because he really didn't get, his whole Navy career stuff is all such bullshit. And he really wanted to be a Navy captain.
He's like, well, I'm going to do it.
I'm just going to make it up myself.
I tell you,
all their uniforms are all similar.
The props to the guy that he's like, you know what? Not only can I write these fake ass books, I can live this fake ass life, and guess what?
And make everybody
living it better than most.
Yeah.
Well, so the Sea Org people, he didn't pay them. They were on there maintaining the ships, doing all of this work for him, and not having to pay them. So he just kept amassing money.
Right.
In fact, I have a clip here. Let me look for the clip. I'll play it. It's kind of interesting. It talks about his financial status. There was a kind of like a documentary or a news crew way back in the day, a British crew, and they were interviewing him. Actually got a rare interview, and I think it's like a 25-minute interview, and there's a lot of little tidbits that's pretty interesting. And this is old stuff, so I'm going to play that clip.
But it's probably, Scott, this is probably going to be telling us that he's like already a zillionaire in Xenu bucks.
Xenu bucks.
Dang well, he doesn't come up with his own currency.
Money,
that's what I mean. Why not? He was like, he probably would if
he probably was like, dang it, I didn't think about that.
That's really funny.
Got your Xenu bucks.
There's another famous religion that actually started their own currency.
Really?
Yeah. The Mormons had their own currency when they started.
Did they?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
All right, I'm gonna play.
Yes.
I'm gonna play this. He talks about the interviewers asking him kind of a little bit about where he's getting all.
And
his
he's wearing
money.
his Sunday best too.
There are no professional sailors. He pays them just enough for cigarettes and sweets, but they pay him rather more. The new advanced courses cost something more than £1,000 plus keep, payable to an account in the name of Hubbard's present wife. If all 250 people have signed for these advanced courses, which according to Hubbard can be completed in weeks, days, and even hours, that makes over £250,000. The scrapers could be scraping for quite some time.
Scrapers are the people on the boat.
They've been
on
asked
the
to
boat
sign a contract for 1 billion years.
And they have to be on there for
$1
$1 billion.
You have retired from Scientology. You're now on a very smart and spendicious ship. Well, what are you doing on this ship?
I don't think the Labour government ought to know this because they don't approve of loafing, but I'm loafing.
What are you loafing on? On what proceeds? Where did you get all the money to loaf?
Well, one tends to overlook the fact that all during the 30s and actually during the late 40s, I was a highly successful writer, and that a great many properties and so on accumulated during that period of time.
Is that really where the money for all this comes from?
Yes, yes.
Right. Oh, he's so
One of the
creepy.
things...
It doesn't come from the Scientologists at St. Hill.
No, the Scientologists at St. Hill, as a matter of fact, I wish I had the bill here to show you.
St. Hill is
added up
like
over
a
the
church
years
in
what
in,
monies I had
England.
loaned organizations and what monies of mine personally, royalties and so on, have been collected by Scientology organizations, and the amount of money paid out for research, and it amounts to $13 million.
He's so smug about it.
That's a fantastic sum of money.
Because
But it's not enough. He wants
the other
more.
thing that we hear about are
Don't
things
zoom
like
in.
Swiss bank accounts, the Pictet Bank, that
Don't look at
kind
his
of thing.
teeth.
I was going to say, $13 million bucks, you can't even fix your dang
There's a
teeth.
great temptation to believe
What you got
that
the money
your
for?
yacht
You're not
and
gonna
the
fix
standard
yourself
of
up.
life to which you're now accustomed is paid for by Scientologists in England.
The amounts of money in Switzerland are minimal. Very small amount of money.
So where do you have Swiss bank accounts?
I don't have Swiss bank accounts. There is a bank account in Switzerland. I don't know how much money is in it, but not very much.
I don't have Swiss bank accounts, but I have one.
I do have one. Not much in it.
I
though.
can't stop looking at his mouth.
He just ate
Because
some
I don't
licorice.
take any income. These days, in days of income tax, it's almost impossible to take any income.
So your capital, that did come from the Scientologists?
No. No, the Scientologist and so on. Actually, it's what I tell you is quite true.
It's what I
He
tell
just
you. It's
he just
quite
goes
true.
on. The thing is that you can tell he's just making stuff up. He's such a
Right.
liar.
Right. He probably doesn't even know what is truth and what is a lie at this point anyways.
Yeah. I have Swiss bank accounts,
But I don't.
but I don't have Swiss bank accounts.
And what I tell you is the truth.
Oh, he's just so full of it. And
Yeah.
and this interview is actually very, very, I think, informative because the guy calls him on this stuff, and you can see his face and how he
His reactions
evades,
to
evades answering it, truthfully.
Well, that's probably why he didn't give very many interviews, because he was like, I don't want to be put on the spot.
No, think about most of the other religions of the world. You don't get to see interviews of their prophet.
Oh.
L. Ron Hubbard is the prophet of Scientology. He's the one where all of this stuff has been revealed to.
That's right. That lucky winner right there.
It would be interesting to hear who has gained, like, not monetarily, but like, has anybody gotten anything good out of it? Like,
Tom Cruise.
well,
I mean,
but like any just like regular Joes that are in there going, man, this is the best thing.
Are
Like,
you yes,
like that they love it. Like,
well, they're kicking the thetans off, man. They're probably feeling better, feeling less anxious,
Yeah.
getting to, things are coming. Good things are coming their way after the thetans are gone.
The
Thetans.
Thetans.
Dang it!
Think about self-help though. I think that there's some major things to gain out of just positive self-talk. If you're always down, talking yourself down, things just tend to be down. And if you
the law of attraction.
Yeah, if you're positive about stuff, you have a good take on life, a lot of things kind of go well. This is on top of that, you're now listening to someone else kind of work through some baggage that you might have. And when you get a chance to kind of vent and talk about your baggage and get it off your chest, sometimes that's kind of a
Well, yeah, but
it's
this
a
guy's
positive
just
thing.
completely just dismissing everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course, ultimately, it's still BS.
Yeah, he's not getting any good, psychiatric
I mean,
help.
these the people going in for the auditing, the auditing. Do they know that just going to a psychiatrist or a counselor is like 1,000,000 times cheaper? Like,
yeah, but they're taught,
which is weird as hell to say.
but they're taught again, like you said before, that those are the suppressive people.
Right.
The membership numbers, they were talking about they have over 1 million members worldwide, and folks like Leah Remini and what's the other guy? No, Richter. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I always forget his name.
Me too.
Mike
Rinder.
Rinder, there you go. He was saying that their membership is actually more like 50,000.
Yeah, like their numbers are completely
like
off.
Inflated.
Yeah.
But they keep that, close to the vest. They don't tell people.
Right, because if people knew there was only 50,000
Mm-hmm.
people, that it wouldn't be as
Mm-hmm. But the church is worth over $2 billion, I think. With a B, $1 billion.
Yeah, they should just, liquidate and, break it up and pass out the funds.
Yeah, in 2015, it says they were over $3 billion in total value.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Wonder
For
what their end game
50,000
is.
for 50,000 members?
Right.
Something's going right for them.
Well, they've got some big name people in there making billion. I mean, I don't know what Tom Cruise and is worth, or I'm sure he's donated quite a bit, and
I'm sure a lot. Yeah.
John Travolta, they're both big.
Well, they
names.
have people out there just for trying to recruit. Well, they have a name for Hollywood people. but
Oh yeah, some
Oh.
sort of celebrity thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a list here.
Well, they have like their celebrity center.
yeah,
Yes.
in Hollywood.
You're only
Yeah.
allowed to go in if you're a celebrity.
Yeah. So some of the famous names, and some of these folks were in for a little while and then out. One surprising name at the end of this, Dave and I were kind of chit-chatting about, but Tom Cruise, probably one of the most famous. John Travolta. We've talked about Leah Remini. Danny Masterson from That 70s Show.
Oh,
You remember? He's a pothead. Well, I guess they were kind of all potheads, right? But
yeah.
he's the guy with the glasses all the time.
Yeah.
He's in trouble right now for
Right.
raping
Yeah.
a girl or two, I think.
yeah.
And the
he's
church sounds
not a
like
good
they're
guy.
kind of protecting him.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing some legal stuff.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, and then Laura Prepon, she's from That 70s Show as well.
Yeah, she's
The redhead.
Yeah, from Orange is the New
Oh,
Black.
Mhm.
Donna.
Yeah, Donna. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess she was in it for a while. I'm not
Eric.
sure. And then Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
Remember
I
him?
know, it's
He's
crazy
always such a
'cause
creepy actor.
No, see, I always liked him.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Like he was so different from everybody else.
Mhm. He's
like-
always had a weird
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
He's very unique.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you skipped Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, Kirstie Alley. I'm not sure if she's still in it today. She's an interesting one just in the political realm,
Yeah.
but I don't know a whole lot, but she was on the list. Funny one from South Park, Isaac Hayes,
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
chef.
The chef. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he left because of this stuff. Because
Oh, they were making
South
fun
Park was making fun
Yep.
of, and so Scientology pressured him to leave the show.
of it. Not surprising. Side note from that is Dave and I were watching a show. I can't remember. Was it on Hulu or one of the offshoot, maybe HBO or something. But it was called The Path. Did you ever see it?
I don't think so.
It had I'm blanking on the name of the guy from Breaking Bad.
Right. Jesse from.
Jesse
I
from
don't know his real
I
name.
can't remember his
Oh,
name.
okay.
Anyways, he was one of the guys in it. They did about 3 seasons of it. It was really good, but it was sorry, my stomach's growling. It is a take on Scientology, and so much so that Scientology had them shut down.
Oh.
And so no more seasons came out. It was such a bummer because it was such a great show.
It was pretty
it was
interesting.
very, yeah, it was interesting. I really liked it.
They got some weight to move
They
around.
do.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
do.
Another person, Nancy Cartwright, voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh, she's in it?
Yeah, but I don't know if she was.
Just in it for a minute?
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the folks, I wonder how serious they were.
Well, yeah, because
involved.
they're not like.
I mean, yeah, but can you like go? You know what? I'm on step 3. I want to hang out here. I'm good to go.
right.
No,
Well,
you
you-
got to keep going up. Like, no, I'm going to just stay stagnant. I'm good.
Well, some of the bigger names, it's because they're more vocal about it. Maybe these people just don't. They're like, okay, we're in it, but let's not tell nobody because we don't. People think we're crazy, like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, this other guy, Jason, and I can't pronounce his last
Beagle.
name. It's Beghe, and he was very vocal in the documentary Going Clear, and I've seen him in several different movies. I really like him as an actor.
Who is he? I don't know.
I have to bring up a picture and show you. But he was very, very vocal in the documentary, and he was totally into it. He said that he was going like through the levels faster than Tom Cruise, and was proud of it. Like he thought this was like his. He was sold, totally sold, and there's a picture of him. And he was totally into it, and then he started to started to question some stuff,
And then they were like, shut up.
well, and he got he was pissed because he put so much money and time and effort into it to find out that this is all BS. He was not
See
a
how?
happy
Okay, so
camper.
my question is okay, when did this guy like get into it, and how does he go? I mean, he's not young. I imagine like
Well,
Did he get it pre-internet or after the internet was already around? Did he not Google Scientology? Is it crazy? Or
again?
what,
A lot of the crazy stuff about Scientology didn't exist because the members still hadn't really come out
When he
and talk
got in?
negatively about it. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's what I'm wondering.
He
When
left-
when did he get in?
he left in 2007.
Okay,
and
so
he
he was
says
there for quite a
yeah.
while.
And
And he was
13 years.
13
he was in.
years.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because like if you were to go to Google Scientology,
And was
then
curious.
like Scientology question mark, like even a question mark next to it, you'd probably see so much information that would be like, oh.
Nowadays, for sure, there's a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I got seriously sucked into.
Yeah.
I love this topic.
Me too.
And it's the gift that just keeps on giving. You know, it doesn't even stop.
I know. There's so many avenues to this.
The last person on the list was Jerry Seinfeld, and Jerry Seinfeld. I'm a big fan of his comedy. I loved him in his TV show. I like watching his comedians in car, getting coffee or whatever it is. Really funny stuff.
Yeah.
But he said that. At least some interviews that he gave, he said, yeah, back in the 70s, I took some courses, but I really didn't get involved in it.
Yeah.
And which was like a big relief for me because I'm a big fan.
Right. You're like,
I didn't want him to be
please
sucked
don't
into
be
it.
crazy.
Please don't be crazy.
We saw Jerry Seinfeld live.
Yep. He was fantastic.
Yeah, I really like his stuff. But, there's some other famous folks in it, but they really targeted these people.
Juliette Lewis is in it too. She was from California, the movie California.
Yeah, I want to say that maybe her sister is married to another famous guy. Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, she was totally into it.
And Jenna Elfman. There's quite a bit of Hollywood in there. So it makes you wonder where their billions came from. I imagine these guys have been footing the bill for quite a while. Yeah. Well, and especially if they want to get higher up, But
how brilliant is the cult to take celebrities and make it into something that's cool?
Right.
Well, they can get big money really fast, and then they'll compete against each other because if you're a celebrity, well, you can't be down at the bottom with all the commoners. Right. You got to be up there big and be there. Just like the other guy, he was just proud that he was going up faster. That's just, it's a competition.
I do remember hearing.
It's sad. We're better than this, people.
Well, speaking of celebrities, I do remember hearing that whole jumping on the couch bit that
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that Scientology was not happy about that
because he was acting.
He made it look like he was crazy.
Yeah,
people
and they were like,
shouldn't be looking at him crazy.
Which it's a little off.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think L. Ron Hubbard was believing it. I really think that he kind of got to a point in his head that this stuff was being revealed to him, like on purpose, and I think he was really starting to believe what he was cooking up. I think David Miscavige is just a con artist. Yeah. He has seen this opportunity. And he's running with it. And he's, I think, a brilliant guy to be able to do what he's done so far.
Yeah.
So,
especially to hold it all together after L. Ron Hubbard passes, and then just to keep going.
It takes a lot.
And the ex-members, the internet, all of this stuff. He's doing a pretty good job.
And he got the tax. He's the one who got the tax exempt status too.
Yep, it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
Any other topics or anything else you want to cover in this? Should we wrap it up?
We could wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Amy, for joining us on the show. Appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
You've been great.
It's been fun.
Those of you listening, tell a friend about the podcast. We'd love to grow the audience. You can find more information at our website, Dave.
At nevertooserious.com.
And you can reach out to us on anchor.fm and leave us a voicemail and email us at
mailbag@nevertooserious.com.
Yeah. And find some merch when you go to our website.
I got me
Dave
some.
finally got his. That's great.
I will tell you, I actually have been trying to take it off so I don't wear it out. Darn it. Yeah. So
that's fun stuff.
It is fun. It's been fun to get some.
Yeah.
And happy anniversary, babe.
Yeah, you too. Our anniversary.
I feel the love in the room.
Yeah, right.
All right. Until we see you next time, take care.
And be safe.